Welcome agents to this Ingress video where we're going to have a look at upgrading a portal on your own using very rare battle beacons. So you can see on the screen then we've got our grey portal and we're deploying it as normal with as high level resonators as possible and some very good mods to start off with. You might be thinking that we're using a battle beacon and it's going to switch to our factions and it's going to go to the blue faction in this case very soon, and what's the point of putting good mods on? But we're not actually going to destroy this portal at all, so you put the mods on that you want to keep at the end of the cycle when you've actually upgraded the portal. So very simply then you can see that we have put a battle beacon on the portal and we are virusing it to the opposite faction. So we've got an enlightened agent and the enlightened agent is changing the portal to the resistance faction, but we're definitely not going to destroy that portal. We're just going to leave it and we're going to wait for it to turn green again. I'd love to tell you that this only works for enlightened agents, but that's not the case. This works for resistance as well. So obviously if you're resistant, start off by deploying it blue and switching it using a Jarvis to a green portal. Now you might be thinking, what on earth is going on? Why on earth have we wasted a very rare battle beacon and we're not even using it for any kind of anomaly purposes, or we're not using it for any kind of competitive gameplay? And on top of that, we've also wasted a virus. But it's not a waste, you'll have to trust me. So at the moment we've got an aided portal. It's owned by Ada, and when it flicks back, when it actually changes in 1 minute and 54 seconds time, then it's not actually going to revert to the original agent that deployed that beacon. Instead, it's going to be owned by Jarvis. And here then you get to the important part of the video. So if that portal is owned by Jarvis and not owned by the original agent, that means that the original agent can then upgrade the portal. That means that they can add a further level 8 resonator, and it means that they can also add another level 7 resonator, but also 2 mods to that portal so that it is fully modded. It's got 4 mods on and it is a much higher level portal than it started off with just 1 player. Now a couple of do's and don'ts then. Do make sure that you use a virus of the opposite faction. So in this case, we've got a green agent, an enlightened agent, and the virus that they're using is a blue virus, in this case, the Ada virus. And if obviously you're a resistance agent, you're going to need to be using the Jarvis virus to have the desired effect. If you're actually coming up to an opposition portal, so if this agent, for instance, went up to a blue portal, a resistance portal, and then put a battle beacon on and decided to use a Jarvis to actually flip the portal from blue to green, then it wouldn't have the desired effect. As a matter of fact, using a Jarvis would then change it to this agent's ownership rather than Jarvis ownership. That then would be a proper waste of all of those resources and a waste of a lot of time as well. The next don't then is to not get too greedy. Don't try and virus a portal twice during the battle beacon cycle and try and upgrade more than once, because it's just not going to work. Portals have got cooldown periods, and those cooldown periods is usually an hour outside of events, and it means essentially that you're just going to waste your virus. Another bit of good practice, just like this agent is currently doing, is actually you can do this trick during double deploy, and it means that you've got 2 level 8 resonators every time you flip that portal using a virus and a battle beacon. Right, so on the screen you can see then we've flipped the portal, so the battle beacon has flipped the portal and it's owned by Jarvis, and that means that we've got an extra 2 level 8 resonators going on, and pretty soon there the mods go, so we can get a little bit more use out of this portal and it becomes a much higher level with a very minimal amount of effort, even if it is a little bit expensive using those very rare battle beacons. A couple of final things to consider then is that with 1 agent, it's going to take you 7 battle beacons, a lot of time and a lot of expensive resources to actually make a level 8 portal. But with 2, it will take you 2 battle beacons, which is far more efficient. So try and do that where possible. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.